expecting these types of guys.
Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. Leaves it with the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical. Now forcing the third down and short.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Ready? North Texas at the line with a new set of downs thanks to the running game. Cricket, go! They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Mean Green. Great job by the back on the option.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
He'll bring it back, looking for help. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the James Madison Dukes offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Vincent. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits it right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed. He makes a big chunk play in the passing.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Back to pass. Going for 6. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Ready. Defense going all in to stop the run. Spider. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Texas.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Vincent. Finds his tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it back here. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rudolph. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wide trumpet! Wide trumpet! Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fowler. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Dudes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Set. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't thrown into that play.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. We've reached the break, and North Texas has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Here we go, here we go. Motion from the back. Wants to throw again. Here's a hit. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter. This ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. The end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It's caught downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Fires to the middle. Working that left side. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Finds a big tight end. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that foot.
There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. Quick strike through the air for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half. But here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
Man, you're right, Jesse. And this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Pressure coming. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Dukes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Vincent. Takes it on the shovel. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Hunt is on its way. No fair catches here, waiting for room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they're not going to give them much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Scanning the field, it's Vincent. Sets up the screen. Breaks it. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got room on the return. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. A great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. 42 Spider. They'll run it to the left here. Looking for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
Touchdown, North Texas. And the pummeling has started.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Fires to the end zone. And he's on his way. Gotta start running into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game. Get some momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do. But step one accomplished.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Handoff to the lone back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, these are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella. Continue to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to it.
North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here we go. Handoff from the gun. Creates a little space. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
On the double.
North Texas has it going to work with another 1st down.
Set. Hut.
The give on the option. Goff sliding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. The Mean Green trying to convert on 3rd and short.
Fire.
They'll try to get it through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Touchdown, Mean Green! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. and he's coming out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. To the air, it's Vincent. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Complete downfield. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking. And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab 40 for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Dukes are on the move.
Pace, 27, John.
They'll try the right side. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive.
Cooler.
Got it behind the line. It's Lincoln. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Dukes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up a quad.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Snagged out of the air. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Well, they picked up the first against zone coverage. A big part of this being the quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers. The entire defense has their eyes on you, so you hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guys are.
But it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to TCU. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear them.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.